What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're having a great one today. As always, there you go. If you want to save 10% off your next Hot Toys purchase from Sideshow Collectibles, feel free to steal that code there. As you can tell, today we are looking at Trick or Treat Studios. Trick or Treat Studios. Trick or Treat. We're looking at Sam from the phenomenal Trick or Treat movie. Now, this is the deluxe version of the figure. I did decide to leave it in the brown box because they kind of decorated a little bit. I don't think that there's a non-deluxe version of this guy, and I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that this one here is it. I had this great idea to pre-open the bottom of it so I could just kind of slide everything out, and as we can see, that is not going as planned, but we're making progress. There we go. All right. They decided to jazz this up with some styrofoam to keep him nice and safe, so that's exciting. Let me get all this stuff off of this. Get that out of here. That out of there. Get your candy wrapper off. All right. Ta-da! So like I said, this is Sam from the wonderful movie Trick or Treat, which if you haven't seen, it's an anthology movie with a bunch of little mini stories that all take place in Halloween. This guy is probably my favorite part of it, although you do get Anna Paquin, which you really can't go wrong there. But Sam is just an adorable little fella, and they did an amazing job, from my understanding, bringing this fella to light. Sadly, the box is a little too reflective. I apologize for that, but we'll get right to him. There you kind of can see him in all of his glory. Ooh. Did a fun little comic style inside the art box. Digging that. Is also magnetic, so it kind of reminds me of the old Sideshow figures from back in the day. We'll go ahead and bust this guy open. Now, like I said, I don't believe that there is a normal version of this. I think part of the reason is because it includes the base. Honestly, with most of the other trick-or-treat figures, with the exception of like the little Halloween trick-or-treaters from Halloween 3, most of them are going to be, more typical adult-sized. And they're usually priced pretty well, like in the $150 to $180 range. Sam here was about $200, and he's a little bit smaller than most of the other guys. So I think they made the deluxe version just so you get a ton of stuff. And kind of get a little bit more for your money. So this is probably the biggest thing with the deluxe. All right, so it's AstroTurf, which is amazing. Take a quick look at this. So it's just a really nice little sidewalk display that you can pretty much use for kind of anything, but perfect for the trick-or-treating folks, and wonderful for Sam. It is actual turf, which I was not expecting, although I guess it's easier to do that than to just kind of paint it and make it look that way. Really cool job with that. I like it. Nice and simple, but no complaints. Not terribly heavy also, which is nice. On to the more important thing, which is this guy here. Alright, so unfortunately his wonderful little trick-or-treat bag got a little bit stuck there, but he does carry around a burlap sack full of goodies. I'll probably load some just random accessories in here to give it some more weight. Obviously bulk it up a little bit, but that way it looks like he's actually got something in there. But if you were wondering, pretty much just a well-painted, weathered, and bloodied up burlap sack. So pretty cool job with that. Only real reason I pulled that out right away is because it kind of stuck when I tried to get it out. This is definitely the most important part, though. Come on, fella. So I was very interested to see what they were going to end up doing with him. Oh, he's awesome. Super, super cool. Very cute job with the head sculpt. There you go. So obviously he's smaller than, the standard adults because he is a kid. He's supposed to be a 10-inch figure. Kind of play around with him a bit. Very stiff arm joints, which I like. Give you a little dab action. Bam, there you go. One thing I was curious about is his legs, because all of the... All right, these are awesome. So the Michael Myers and even the Art the Clown that I've got, they got really, really wobbly joints, to where it's not terribly easy to get him to stand up and hold poses. This guy's the opposite. Since they had to use a different body, they did a good job. Very, very stiff. A little bit of wiggle in the legs. I mean, they're not as stiff as the arms are, but, you know, you can shake him unlike the other guys, and he's not flopping around all over the place. Really killer job with the costume, though. Just knocked the onesie out of the park. Feet don't line up too perfectly, but I think that's just honestly because of how I was playing around with them. I'm sure as you wiggle and reposition them, you can kind of get everything just the way you want it. But really, really cool job with that. You can, of course, yank this head off because he does come with his ugly little skull face as well. I'm never going to, because this is definitely the head of choice. Reminds me a lot of the, what was it, Little Big Planet, I think was the name of it on the PlayStation back in the day. So this lights up. I'm assuming it actually has batteries because it's got that pull tab, so we'll take a quick little look. Maybe not. Or it's just really, really dull. No, it lit up. All right. Ta-da! That's pretty cool. Got that nice little flickering jack-o'-lantern there, which will look pretty darn nice with all of the other little accessories you might use. He's going to pose up really well with any of the Halloween stuff that they've done. So if you've got a cool Michael Myers, or like I said, I was thinking about getting the trick-or-treating kids, be a really good fit with that. This head is very heavy, alarmingly so, but man, oh, they did a cool job with that. So eventually he gets his little burlap sack ripped off, and spoiler alert, this is what he looks like. But they did an awesome job on it. Oh, there you go. Just really, really outstanding. I love it. Probably won't want to have him ripping his mouth open that much, but that is very, very nice. You do get two of his lollipops, the standard and then the bitten off version. I wish they made this one a little bit bloodier, because he does use this one as a weapon, but really, really cool job with that. Nice and simple, nothing too special, but it does look like that those horrible orange plastic like lollipops that you may have gotten from your years of trick-or-treating. I've got the typically the ones I always got had like a white pumpkin face on them. This one's really hard to get out. Come here, let's use tools. And then it would always, like, little faces on them would always peel off, so you'd have like one eye, something like that. Half of the mouth would be missing. Really just pretty straightforward and simple with these. Nothing too spectacular, but definitely does the job. I like it. That's a fun little image. All right, cool. And then you do get his razor blade box cutter candy. So this is awesome. I think it's a hi-ho bar. Holly-ho. I was close. That is super cool. Blade's nice and bloodied up, which I love. Just a really good job with that. Even painted it to look like the wrapper's been ripped open. They really crushed it. That's fun. Bravo, fellas. If you're wondering, the suit's really just a... it's honestly like a generic pajama material. It feels very much like the stuff they did for like the 3-0 Narutos, if you've held one of those. It's different than the jumpsuits they use for Michael Myers. Definitely softer. And obviously they dirtied the heck out of it. I imagine you might be able to take the pouch off. Nope, you can't. They stitched it. Not that you'd want to, but it's there. Overall, really hard to complain about this guy, though, especially if you're a fan of the movie. Like I said, he is about $200. Little on the pricey side, but they make up for it with what you get. That display base is pretty darn cool. I'm a fan of that. And you do get plenty of extra hands. We'll do the classic take a look at one. I suppose we should indeed do that. But it'll let you swap them out for just about whatever you want. Really nice job painting those. I'm glad I pulled one out. Made his fingers all gross looking. If I can get it to focus, there we go. That's like the melted chocolate and goo and all that good stuff on them. So, really cool job. I'm very impressed.